Hey guys, let's get more news about Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Celtics star Jaylen Brown's eye-opening take on letting Pritchard take over. It's almost unheard of to see a reigning NBA Finals MVP defer to a bench player on offense. However, the Boston Celtics boast such an embarrassment of riches that this exact scenario occurred with star Jaylen Brown and backup point guard Pritchard on Monday night during the Green Team's 108-89 victory over the Miami Heat. Pritchard is undoubtedly playing the best basketball of his NBA career to start the 2024-25 regular season. Through 21 games, he's averaged a career-high 16.4 points while shooting an incredible 48.9% from the field. The Oregon native has notched at least 20 points in 4 straight games and even earned a nomination for Eastern Conference Player of the Week for his play from November 25 to December 1. Against Miami, Pritchard finished with 25 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block in 33 minutes. The former first-round pick had the highest plus-minus rating, +16, of any bench player on Monday and outscored every Heat starter. Numbers like those help explain why a 3-time All-Star trusts Pritchard whenever he has the ball. Pritchard has definitely been expanding his game and I love to see it, Brown told reporters during his post-game presser. I said before the season started that we play through Peyton against certain teams and matchups. Now I don't think anybody thinks anything of that comment. We're gonna continue to do that, continue to look for him to get going because he's proven that it don't even matter, it's any team now. Celtics star Jaylen Brown on Pritchard wearing his 741 shoes and Peyton's career year, he's been in my bag, man, for sure. He got my shoes on. I'm gonna have to take my joints back. He definitely has the up fakes, the post moves, he's definitely been expanding his game whether it's an undermanned Heat squad or the first-place Cleveland Cavaliers, Pritchard can put on a show against any opponent. His confidence is palpable, yet his work off the court is arguably the main reason Boston's brightest stars believe in his game. He's put in the work to garner people's respect. Peyton's a gym rat. He's always in the gym working on his game, Brown complimented. So he's earned the respect to be able to do other things because of how good he has been all season long in his role. And I encourage it. On the court, when he's got it going, I take my butt to the corner and Peyton's running the show. Pritchard does it again although Brown's resume exceeds Pritchard's, and a large chunk of the NBA, he is more than willing to respect the hot hand and let Pritchard take over when the time is right. That sacrifice speaks to the Finals MVP's maturity and the Celtics' remarkable depth. You gotta have that ability throughout the year to have a group that knows on any given night you can be the first option, you can be the fifth option, depending on who's doing what on our team, Brown said. Offensively, any given night it could be whoever. While Pritchard impressed the TD Garden crowd with his efficiency, Brown still had a game-high 29 points in 31 minutes. The 28-year-old shot under 40% on the evening, but still wanted credit for his hand in Pritchard's performance. He's been in my bag, man, for sure. He got my shoes on. I'm gonna have to take my joints back, Brown joked. He definitely has the up fakes, the post moves. For much of the season, Pritchard has worn the 741 Rover shoes, which are part of Brown's self-made 741 performance brand. On Tuesday, Brown posted his teammates' impressive stats while donning his new kicks. Miami Heat fans call out team president Pat Riley over bold trade statement. The Miami Heat's roster is eerily similar to years past, with a core of Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and Tyler Herro seeking a championship. The Heat are the definition of mediocre through a fourth of the regular season with a record of 9-10. They have swayed around .500 for the majority of the year. The frustration is undoubtedly looming in both the locker room and throughout the fanbase, leading team president Pat Riley's recent remark to draw heavy backlash. I mean, trading players is hard for me, Riley shared on the OG's podcast with Heat legend Udonis Haslem. It's part of the business. Free agents, they go other places, and that's the world we live in today. There's nothing wrong with Riley's comment on the surface, as NBA players are more than just someone fans watch on TV. Still, this fueled Heat fans' fire and began blaming Riley for the team's lack of major acquisitions. Couldn't get the Dame trade-off because of feelings, one fan wrote. Another user didn't hold back, writing, "Is that way their team hasn't gotten any better for 6 years? One of the proudest things that I feel for and about is that there are at least 8, 9, or 10 players that are working for the Heat that used to play for us. I love that part of it," Riley concluded. Miami Heat acquire $197 million Pelicans star in 3-team blockbuster trade idea. The Miami Heat and New Orleans Pelicans are 2 teams with rather uncertain futures, making them potentially perfect trade partners. With the Pelicans bottom feeding in the loaded Western Conference, it's more likely they choose the route of a rebuild. If this is the case, forwards Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson would head to the trade block, as New Orleans' front office looks for as much draft capital as possible. Unlike the Pelicans, the Heat are battling it out in the middle of the Eastern Conference. This means there is still reason for team president Pat Riley and company to make a win-now move at the trade deadline. The following 3-team blockbuster deal between the Heat, Pelicans, and Los Angeles Lakers was proposed by Fadeaway World. Heat receive, Williamson, D'Angelo Russell. Pelicans receive, Nikola Jovic, Jamie Jaquez Jr., Duncan Robinson, 2029 first-round pick, MIA, 2031 first-round pick, MIA. Lakers receive, Terry Rozier, Haywood Highsmith, Kevin Love. This trade is bizarre for the Heat, considering they are cutting ties with 6 players and landing 2 in return. This potential trade is more of an absurd framework than a realistic blockbuster. How would the Heat fare with the additions of Williamson and Russell? Better than they currently do. A healthy frontcourt of Williamson and Bam Adebayo would cause nightmares for opponents, while Russell could flourish from a fresh start and the Heat's system. The acquisitions do, however, come with severe risks. The Pelicans' forward is often unable to stay on the floor, appearing in more than 60 games twice in his career. Meanwhile, Russell is widely regarded as one of the league's most inconsistent guards. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of D'Angelo Russell? Leave your opinion in the comments.